Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. Let's have a look at Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and then this will be my clear of the bonus stages from the Citra story event. And yeah, just these 5 guys here. I'm not going to bring any friend. This is going to be my physical AoE tank, Mercenary Ramza, so I gave him a bunch of HP and defense. And then everybody's going to have at least 40% water resistance, and then also as much status ailment resistance as I can. And Roberta here, I'm just giving her a bunch of attack. Rena, I'm giving a lot of limit break fill stuff. Zargabath, I gave him as much innate provoke stuff as I could, and then a little bit of stuff to help him with his magic points. And then with Rydia, just lots of magic and spirit. Alright, but that's my team. Let's head into the first fight. I guess the only Esper that is really worth noting is Lakshmi on Rena. That will give her a Dispelling Smile, which I can use on my teammates in order to get rid of like Stop or Charm, which a lot of these bosses give me, so. Okay, first one, it's Searcher and then Io, I guess that's how you say it. And then you can take down one and then take down the other. I guess it's better to take down Io first, because if you take down Searcher first, Io will go into like angry mode and then attack all of your guys with a damaging attack every turn. You can survive that. This is actually my second run through. The first run I took down the Searcher first, and then Io hit me every turn, but I was able to survive. But I think it would be much easier for most people to take down Io first. Alright, but Roberta, she will kind of charge up her Death Crimson to Death Crimson Plus by using that, just that regular attack. Also boosts her attack. Mercenary Ramza will do the coverall physical. Rena, she can boost my spirit defense and then also magic mitigation on everybody. And then Rydia, I have her used Quake, so that I can fulfill the use the Earth Damage Twice mission. And then with Zargabath, I think we use the thing to boost our elemental resistance against lightning. So yeah, not very many attacks got through there. Alright, so with Roberta, we'll use a Death Crimson Plus. We'll use the second Quake with Rydia. And then one of the missions for this stage is to take down Io with a Limit Break. Rydia, her Limit Break is going to be the best for that. So I'm going to not take down the boss until her Limit Break is full, at least. Okay, with Zargabath, we will dispel the boss, and then also give the re-raise and then HP MP regen on Rena. And then we use the skill the turn before, which gives him dual cast, which is why we are able to use 2 skills there with him. And then yeah, this kind of bonus story event here. This is kind of my first test of the 7-star Zargabath, so I can kind of learn him, and then kind of look at his limitations and what he's good at before I do a review video of him. Alright, so there's that Death Crimson. That's pretty good damage. And I'm trying to keep an eye on how much damage Roberta is doing every turn, so that I can time it, so I can go for that Limit Break clear later. Ramza, he does have some attack and magic breaks, so on his off turns he can use one of those. we've done all the earth magic that we need to do with Rydia, so she can go ahead and then fill the Esper gauge. And I guess nothing to do for Rena here, so we'll just guard with her. Okay, Zargabath is charmed. If I wanted to, I could use Rena to heal that. Although, if all of my defenses are up and my HP is looking okay, then I don't necessarily need to heal Zargabath. But with Roberta, once we use Death Crimson plus once, it will be unlocked forever, as long as we keep using it, so that's very nice. Alright, I decided I did not need to cure Zargabath's charm, so we'll just do some healing and then some other stuff with Rena. Okay, some more damage on Io. So let's speed up the tape here a little bit. Let's go to the turn when we are going to take down Io. Okay, turn 13. Instead of using Death Crimson Plus, which I can't control the timing for, I used Red Vengeance instead. So Roberta, she is floating up in the air, and then I'm going to use Rydia's Limit Break. And this is very easy to use because there's many hits, lasts for a long time. So it's very easy to stick Roberta's jump in there, and then take down the boss, and then get more hits afterwards with that Limit Break to clear that mission. Alright, so that was the Io boss. Now we can just take down the Searcher. He's not really any kind of danger, so we'll just refill my HP and MP as much as possible for the next fight. Okay, we'll speed up here. I think just 1 or 2 jumps from Roberta will do it. Okay, and there goes the Searcher, no problem. Okay, next let's look at fight number 2. And then this is actually from a previous run where I outfitted Ramza as a magic tank rather than a physical tank. But we'll see that it's still doable here. Looking at the last stage, we do want to build Ramza as a physical tank. But the strategy for this boss doesn't change too much, so I figured I could still show this. Alright, I'm checking all my guys to see what that preemptive attack did. I think it might have been a stop or something, but Zargabath was with his innate provoke, drew that. Alright, so to clear the mission where we need to do fire and lightning damage, I'm going to use Rydia for that. And then I have to clear with an Esper. My Esper gauge is full, so I don't need to worry about that. And then no Limit Break, which might be the most difficult mission, because a lot of these characters have good Limit Breaks. So we'll just try to get through it without that. So Arcadia's Might, that is one of Zargabath's cooldown skills. And that will unlock the dual wield, so we'll use that. And then I'm going to use Red Vengeance here instead of Death Crimson, because Death Crimson might do too much damage. I feel like this boss has lower HP or lower defense than the other 2 stages, so I need to be a little bit careful, so we'll use Red Vengeance instead of that. If Ramza were a physical tank instead, I would use his AoE physical cover, but yeah, that would be fine. And then, yeah, breaking the attack and magic does not work on Aranis, so... Alright, so with the Red Vengeance, we took away about half the life, so yeah, we have to keep that in mind as we try to go for the Esper clear. Okay, we unlocked Zargbath's dual cast, so we did rejuvenate on 2 guys. That's very nice. And then let's do the fire and lightning damage again with Rydia. And then this will push Aranis well past the 50% mark. So with one more Red Vengeance from Roberta, we should probably be able to take down the boss. Okay, lots of status effects from Aranis, but everybody has pretty much resistance to everything, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, but Rydia and Roberta are stopped. That is going to slow down my clear a little bit, so... with Rena, we'll use Dispelling Smile on Rydia. With Zargbath, we are going to dual cast. The first action, we will cast Rejuvenate on Rydia, and then the second action, we're going to use his Dispel skill. But I'm going to try to target Roberta so that he can hit her, and then get rid of her stop. And that seemed to work. I'll look into it, and then I'll talk about it in the Zargbath review video. But I'll see if it's able to target the character normally in order to use that. Alright, but now that Roberta is not stopped, we can use Red Vengeance again with her. So yeah, if Ramza were covering physical attacks, then that Song of the Dead would hit everybody, but it's not that big of a deal, especially if we have the status immunities. Alright, so Roberta's floating up in the air, and then we're going to use the Esper with Rydia, and hopefully get that clear with Esper. Alright, unfortunately, it wasn't enough damage. We took him down to 1. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to stall, basically. With all of my other characters, I'm just going to keep my defense up. With Rydia, I'm going to keep filling the Esper gauge. And then I'll do the same thing as what I just did. The Bahamut summon with the Red Vengeance in there. So we'll speed ahead to where that is. Okay, turn 8. Esper gauge is almost full. I think I can take down the boss here, though, and I don't need a jump from Roberta. Alright, let's use a Dispelling Smile on Zargbath, get rid of his charm. With Rydia, we will finally fill up the Esper gauge. Ramza has the Bahamut Esper, so he'll be doing the summoning here to take down the boss. And then with Zargbath, we probably don't need it, but we'll use Dispel on the boss to get rid of that self-buff, and then summon. And there it goes. Alright, so that was Fight 2. Finally, let's look at Fight 3. Okay, here's Fight 3. This was the most difficult, by far. The boss has a lot of hit all physical attacks and magic attacks, so we need to be very careful about our defenses. Okay, first thing we're going to do with Zargbath is raise everybody's water resistance. Prismatic Barrier gives 60%, which is very, very nice. And then we need to summon an Esper, so with Rydia we'll fill the Esper gauge. Ramza will put up his physical guard. Reno will boost everybody's spirit and then give the magic mitigation. And then with Roberta, let's get on that Death Crimson Plus streak. So we'll start that off with a Raging Thrust. And then this boss has the body and then 3 tentacles. I believe it is the bottom tentacle that absorbs magic from one of your guys, MP rather. So that might be the best one to go after first. I didn't know that going into this fight, so I just went from the back. But yeah, Ramza, he did cover that physical attack, so he went down. Whirlpool is the water attack that hits everybody, which is very, very strong. And we need the 100% water resistance to survive that. But let's raise Ramza. And then, yeah, the next turn he will not be covering the physical attacks on everybody, because he was raised. So we'll use Zargobath's Limit Break. That will boost everybody's stats, and then also give 50% damage mitigation, which is pretty strong. And then with Roberta, we'll get her started on her Death Crimson thing. Okay, nice damage there. So next turn, Ramza is up, so we can put his physical guard up. Zargobath, he has the innate provoke, so he was targeted for the MP drain, so he's got no MP here. That can be bad, because I need him to keep my water resistance up. The water resistance is still on though, so I have maybe another turn or two before I need to fill his MP. One of the missions is to use 3 or fewer items. So I need to be very picky about when to use my elixirs to fill MP. Alright, with Zargobath it was basically just attack or guard. We decided to attack. We'll use Rena's Limit Break. That will boost stats for everybody. It will remove stat debuffs, and then also cast HP and MP regen. And I was kind of hoping that it would help Zargobath with his MP, but then he got drained again this turn, so... Okay, we'll keep using Death Crimson Plus with Roberta. And then this mercenary Ramza, he does have Entrust. So I could have used it here to refill either Zargobath or Rena's Limit Break meter. Alright, we will fulfill the Summon Esper mission by healing my guys with Lakshmi using Rydia. Alright, let's entrust Rena. Let's use her Limit Break right away. And with Zargobath we will guard. Okay. Not too much damage there, but again, Zargobath with no MP. Alright, and then there goes the back tentacle. So that is the basic flow of this fight. So let's speed ahead until I've taken down the other 2 tentacles, and then it's just the body left. Okay, turn 16. The final tentacle has only 6% left. And then what I'm going to do here is, with Roberta, I'm going to use her Limit Break in order to take down the tentacle, because then I can get that down this turn, rather than having to wait until next turn using a jump. So there goes that. And then with that bottom tentacle gone, now there will be no MP absorb. So Zargabath will start to be able to do more stuff from now on. The thing about the body, though, is that if you get it under certain thresholds, like 50% or 30%, then he will do more physical attacks per turn, which means it's going to be even more difficult for a Mercenary Ramza to stay up. So as much as possible, I'm going to keep the re-raise on him, and then also any damage mitigation that I can get from, like, Zargabath. Alright, and then because Roberta used the Limit Break, that kind of broke her Death Crimson Plus streak. So let's use Raging Thrust again, and then restart that Death Crimson Plus streak. And then Rydia, she doesn't have a lot to do, so we'll just refill the Esper gauge. And yes, there goes Mercenary Ramza. So yes, I do need to keep the re-raise on him. Okay, we'll jump up with Roberta. Although I probably should have used the buffs and stuff from Zargabath first, before she jumped up. Okay, we'll cast Re-Raise on Ramza and then himself. And then also a lot of MP from there as well. Okay, almost no damage there. That came from the 100% water resistance. Okay, we'll put the physical guard back up. Alright, and our defenses are looking pretty good. HP is looking good, so we'll just block with everybody. Alright, Ramza goes down again, but this time he had the re-raise, so he was able to get back up. So we'll reapply the physical cover with him. And we'll reapply the re-raise. Let's use the Limit Break with Rena. More stat buffs. And then we'll keep on with the Death Crimson Plus streak with Roberta. Okay, nice damage there again from Roberta. Alright, and then Ramza didn't go down that turn, so he doesn't need to re-put up his physical cover. So we'll just guard with him. With Rena, we will heal and then reapply the magic mitigation. And with Zargabath, we'll put up the water resistance again. And Rydia is just going to sit around. I intend on using her magic spells to get the magic clear, so she's just going to sit on her hands until then. Okay, more Death Crimson Plus from Roberta. This is most likely going to push us past the 50% threshold, so yeah, it's going to be difficult to stay alive after this. Okay, so we went past the 50% threshold here, so I'm going to want to start putting up some real defenses. Thankfully, I have the limit break gauge filled with Zargobath and Rena. We'll use Zargobaths here. And then I also have the Esper gauge filled, so Rydia can use Golem if I have to. Alright, Jump About. I think that is the physical attack that the boss picks up after 50%. But yeah, our defenses were pretty good, so Ramza didn't go down. Okay, we'll keep jumping with Roberta, and I think that's going to be the last Death Crimson that I use. After this I'm going to be using Red Vengeance, so I can time it and then go for that magic clear. Okay, not bad. We were able to tank that just fine. Okay, so almost past the 30% threshold, but we're okay. This turn won't be so bad. Alright, let's use a Golem. We'll protect ourselves from the physical attacks. And then let's give the limit break to Zargobath. As a 7-star, his limit break, it gets upgraded, but it also becomes much more expensive, so Mercenary Ramza is a nice partner with him. Okay, we'll save Zargobath's limit break, but we'll use Rena. Again, that will buff up my guys, and then give him some HP and MP refresh. Okay, and defenses were pretty good there too. Okay, we'll reapply the water resistance here. Reapply the physical cover. And then let's heal and then put up the magic mitigation. And finally jump with Roberta. Woohoo! Pretty big attack from the boss there. Took down Ramza. Thankfully had to re-raise those so he could get back up. But that means we need to reapply the physical cover. And then Zargobath with his unlocked dual cast. We'll put one re-raise on Ramza. And a re-raise on Rena as well. Might as well. Okay, we'll come down with Roberta. Maybe 2 more attacks will take down the boss. Yikes. Woo. So yeah, pretty crazy damage on Ramza there. Okay, Zargobath's dual cast is still unlocked, so we'll give another re-raise to Ramza. And then I will also boost his stats. Okay, we'll put up the physical cover again. With Roberto, we will jump, of course. Alright, let's use Reno's Limit Break again. Maybe I should have done that before Roberto jumped. Alright, Ramza goes down again, so yeah, we definitely need to keep the re-raise on him every turn if we can. Alright, and then here, just in case I take down the boss with the jump, I'm going to get Rydia and her magic spells ready. Okay, reapply the physical cover. And then let's put up Zargobath's Limit Break. Big buff on my party, and then damage mitigation. Alright, here comes the meteor. We'll put the jump in there. And not quite taken down the boss. But we can try that again next turn. Alright, so we'll heal and then put up the magic mitigation again. Oh, maybe I forgot to give the re-raise to Ramza there. That might be a problem. Alright, let's heal. Let's give the magic mitigation again. Basically just to put that back on Ramza. We'll put up the water resistance. And jump with Roberta. Okay, so Ramza, since he went down that previous turn, he wasn't able to do the AoE physical cover, which is why everybody went down, except for Zargobath, who Ramza just covered because he has that innate single target cover. So now I have to think about how I'm going to get the magic clear. I will get the clear because Roberta is definitely going to take away 4% damage. But unfortunately, Zargobath here, he is equipped with an Esper with no spells. So I don't think I can get it. I see that Word of Law, it does magic damage, but even then, it doesn't count as a magic spell, so it won't count for the clear. I'll still try for it anyway, though. Okay, so we'll cast that. Take away all the damage with the jump. Get that final damage in from Zargobath's attack. But again, it's not a magic spell, so it won't count for the clear there. But yeah, I did get most of the missions. I don't really care too much about the 10% ticket, so I'm probably not going to go through and play it again just for that. But yeah, that was fun. I got to use a lot of characters that I really like. Including some new ones like the 7 stars. I was happy not to need a friend to get the clear. And yeah, I think overall it was easier than the Hill bonus stages, so that was cool too. Okay, hopefully that was interesting and helpful, and we'll see you again. Take care.